Aloha, my friends. This is Billy Wiggly coming at you live from the Ninth Island, Las Vegas, Nevada. How you doing today, my friend? Are you staying positive? Yeah, good, because you got to let all those negatives slide on by. And don't worry about being too positive, because you might have some people come up to you and tell you, you got some toxic positivity going on. That's bad. And you can say, hey, you're being too realistic for me. So let me move on with my positive mental attitude. PMA makes everything good, and I got to share something with you today. You got to check this out right here. We're going to talk about formatting, and this right here, there's a lot of formatting going on right here. When you think about formatting, I don't mean just giving pretty colors. I mean ensuring data accuracy, and I mean making sure that you're using the tools effectively to make sure everything is linked together. Because what we've got right here is we got a table, we've got Sparklines, we've got a chart, and we've got a slicer, and they're all connected. So the source of all the data is this right here. This controls the chart, and it controls the Sparklines right there. So check this out. I'm just going to press, hey, I'm going to view by city, the city of Aloha. And there, I'm viewing by city. I want to view by Honolulu, Koloa. Let me take this out. Let's see this. There's the city. Ooh, I'm taking out cities actually because I set up the slicer wrong. Boom. But we're going to learn how to fix all those kind of things right here. And that is so easy to do. We just go right here and table design and insert that slicer. Have it go by name. Press OK. I'm sliding right over here. I'm going to slicer settings and then boom. And then there we go. Now we're talking. Let's go see Aloha. Oh, you see that? Okay, so that's what we're going to be learning today. We're going to be learning about formatting. So maybe let's just go ahead and let's get right into it. And we're going to start out with our 6-item list. That's right, my friends. That's what we always work with here at Don't Get Mad, Get Skills. It's the 6-item list. And on our 6-item list that we have every day, we want to make sure that we are starting out with item number 1, choose to be happy. Every single day, you've got the choice. The very first decision you make when you wake up is the most important decision of your day. And you can decide and you can choose to be happy. You got the power to do it. Once you choose to be happy, it makes it real easy for you to make a plan. Make a plan. Before you leave work today, write down your 6-item list, the 6 things that you're going to work on tomorrow. I know you got a lot more to do than 6 items, but really, you might not even do 6 tomorrow. You might just do 1 and then just rewrite the list. So you always have a plan. And then don't get mad. Get skills. Whatever it is you do, don't get mad. Get skills. And you know what helps us? Keep us cool. Keep us relaxed and getting skills. How about a little bit of music? Oh, yeah. I'm sure you can hear that. We're saying don't get mad, get skills, listen to a little bit of music, and most importantly, whatever it is you're looking to do, whatever it is that's on your plan, whatever it is you wanted to achieve, do it now. Come on. Do it now. I mean, what else you gonna do? You gonna wait till later, till the perfect time? When's the perfect time? Never. That's right. The perfect time is right now. So do it now. And my friends, this is the 7 steps to Excel success right here. And you all know that that's what I teach. I teach the 7 steps to Excel success so that you can lay a solid foundation and catapult your skills to the next level. You're always going to use the 7 steps to Excel success. I specialize in the basics of Power Query, the basics of Excel, the basics of pivot tables, the basics of Excel. And regardless what level of Excel user you are, you're always going to go through the 7 steps, whether you're novice, beginner, intermediate, advanced, power user, you're always going to follow these 7 steps to Excel success. So let's keep on rolling. We've got design. Whoa, that was what I said. I was trying to say decide and design at the same time. So play it back so you can see what word it was that I just made up. Step 1, design. Decide what it is you're going to do. Are you even in the right program? Step number 2 is build. Begin to build the plane. This is where templates come in. We've talked about this in the past. Number 4, that's the heartbeat of Excel. Woo. Formulas and functions. Calculations. Do the math. Go check out the stream that I did last Friday. We covered step number 3, calculations. Now, formatting. Make it pretty. It's really important. And we're going to talk about why it is so important to do formatting today, because that's what we're covering. Step number 4. And then, my friends, whoa, reporting. We're going to talk about that sometime this week. That's what's coming up next. You've got your data set up properly. Everything is nicely organized. You followed all your basics. And now you can run reports. Because your data is properly set up, you followed the 7 habits of effective lists. Now you can do filters. Now you can do pivot tables. Pivot tables are a filter on steroids. Then you've got summary pages. Then you got subtotals. And you've got Power Query. I'm sure you've heard about that already. Power Query is used to clean up your mess. That's right. And Power Query works with tables. So your data's got to be in a table. And that's something that we learn today in formatting. And then printing. Are you tired of pressing print and you get 6 pages and each page has a piece of your spreadsheet and then you got to cut them all up and tape them together to have one single spreadsheet? Did you know there's a button? Yeah, and that button is called Fit to One Page. Guess what it does? And then let's say that you've got a bunch of formatting that you're doing and you get this document and it's the same formatting steps that you apply every time you get this document. It's 15 steps. Click, click, click. You got to select the borders. You got to select the field. Then you got to bold the text. Then you got to italicize. Then you've got to check the currency format. There's a few different things that you got to do. The camera's tracking me. Stop. All right, cool. That's what happens if I go like this. It'll track me. And then you can see all my studio. And now I'm back over here. You can stop tracking me now, cam. Because we're learning automation. That's what was going on with that camera. Automation is automatically trained to follow me when I give it a signal. And that's a macro in Excel. You've recorded a series of steps. You've gave it a shortcut. And when you give it that signal, that shortcut, it runs all those steps back for you. Applies all that formatting, whatever it is that you're doing. And we're going to talk about automation. Maybe we'll do it this week because I think it's only Tuesday so far. Valentine's Day. I love you. How's it? Oh, there we go. I love you. All right, so let's keep on rolling. Let's get into formatting. We're not going to get into the 10 formatting tips that I can give you right now. No, we're just going to talk about the importance of formatting, and then we're going to go through some formatting. We could spend a whole week just learning formatting. That's how awesome Excel is. That's how many different formatting techniques we can apply. So if you're thinking that formatting is just colors, there's a whole lot more than that. Yeah, it's more than just colors. Why do you want to format? Well, it leads to a better presentation. That's right. Let me slide all over here. I got to slow that thing down. Woo, it's really throwing me around. You got to brand yourself. That's why formatting is important. Have you ever thought, think about this. What do people think when they hear my name? Say that to yourself every once in a while. Ask that of yourself. Stand in front of the mirror and go, what do people think when they hear my name? That's your brand. Brand yourself. And when you pay attention to the quality of your work, you make spreadsheets that are really easy to understand, easy to visualize, easy to identify the key components that you're looking to highlight. You're branding yourself. Clarity and organization. That's another reason why you want to format. It makes the data really easy to read. You want to highlight all the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting means that, for example, you can apply specific formatting based or when a condition is met. Like the numbers that are greater than $5,000, make them all red. Like that, for example. Because you've applied formatting, it makes it easy to understand numbers. What are those numbers? Are they currency? And if they're currency, are they dollars? Are they Swiss francs? Are they euros? What are they? Formatting is going to help you out with all that. Now, come on, my friends. Check it out. You want to make things easy to organize so that it's easy to work with your work product. Everybody loves to look at your spreadsheets because they're so easy to understand. They're well organized. And it's a pleasure to look at the data because it's accurate. When you have proper formatting, it ensures data accuracy. It makes it easier to enter and edit the data. And Excel can identify. Let's say that you format a column because in that column, you're going to put dollars. Every number that you put in that column is dollars. So you can format that column to show the dollar sign. Then you can choose whether you want it to be currency or accounting format. And we'll talk about that today. Once you've applied that format to that column, even though there's nothing in it, Excel already knows that when you put numbers in here, it's going to put a dollar sign on it if that's what you specified. Proper formatting leads to improved data analysis. Focus on that. Improved data analysis, and that's what we want because Excel is known as the world's most dangerous program. With proper highlighting, you're going to see today, proper formatting, you're going to see that I highlight certain things. Like, for example, in Sparklines, I can highlight the high points and the low points in specific colors, however you want to do it. Improved data analysis is the reason why formatting is important, and it saves time. I mean, in the beginning, you're going to spend some time applying all the different formatting. Right now, we're investing time. Right now, you're investing some time into learning about formatting, why you format, the importance of formatting, where does it fit in the 7 steps to Excel success. It's step 4. Step 4, not step 1. A lot of people end up doing the first thing that they do when they decided they're going to do Excel, which actually is the first step. Should I use Excel or Word or PowerPoint? You're deciding what application you're going to use to achieve your desired outcome. Once you got your formatting applied because of what we just discussed, Excel remembers formatting. When you're putting in the number, it knows that it's currency or accounting format, whether it's US dollars, renminbis, or Swiss francs, or pesos. You can create macros to apply formatting. If you have a workbook that you get and you apply the same formatting steps to it every single time, automate it. Record a macro. Formatting is time saving. Let's keep on rolling. And what's the impact? The impact is, like I said, it makes it easy for everyone. And when you make things easy for everybody around you, everybody loves you. Look at that person. They don't get mad. They get skills. It's always such a pleasure to be with them. They're always happy. Their work is always so good. What's up? I see you in there. People chatting now. Wherever you're seeing this from, in LinkedIn, I really can't reply to the chat. You can type in and I can see your questions come in. And what I'll do is when I see it come in, I'll actually give you a live response. So you want to make it easy on yourself, make it easy for everybody else. Nicely formatted spreadsheets have a positive impact by making it easy for everyone to understand your data. And then you got to remember to ask yourself, what do people think when they hear my name? Ask yourself that all the time, because that's your brand, and you gotta brand yourself, my friend. Brand yourself. Go check out LinkedIn. What's your profile look like on LinkedIn? Did you even paid attention to it? Do you even have a profile on LinkedIn? And if you do, other people are looking at it. You'd be surprised. Brand yourself. Come on. Let's keep on rolling. The 7 steps to Excel success. And today, we're going to get right into some formatting right there, my friends. So now, let's head on over to Excel. And this is what we're going to end up working with. Such a nice spreadsheet. Hey, what's going on with Aloha? There it is. What's going on in Koloa? Koloa is my town in Kauai. These are all Hawaii related. Molokai is an island. Maui is an island. Mahalo means thank you. Koloa is a town in the South Shore of Poipu. That's my town. Kealakekua Bay on the Big Island. Honolulu, the capital of the state of Hawaii. Hanakapiai Beach. Those of you, I'm not going to say anything, because if you know, you know. Kind of Hanakapiai and Aloha. We live Aloha all the time, so let's get into some formatting. Take a look here. Let's say that I got this getting a little bit warm in here. Got all these lights. Let's say that I got this spreadsheet I opened up and I'm looking at it, I'm going, whoa. There's a whole lot of data over here. There's data, well, it's not a lot of data, but it's kind of spread out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it all, and then I'm going to zoom to selection. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press Control A. I got to make sure my marquee's in the data. That's going to select my data range. And then I'm going to go to the View tab and zoom to selection. So marquees in the data, it can be anywhere in the data. I like for it to be in A1. So I press Control Home to always take me to my home cell. Then I press Control A. Now I've selected that range of data. Now I'm going to zoom to that selection that I just made. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go right into the View tab. Elements of the Excel screen, we've gone over that. That's the very first thing that we do. Elements of the Excel screen. And then right here in View, we see that we've got the Zoom group. And within the Zoom group, we've got the Zoom to selection. And remember, when you hover over any tool, wait 1.1 seconds. Oops, there we go. It's following me now. Stop. Okay. Oh, good. We don't want the camera chasing me all over the place. Zoom to selection. Now watch what's going to happen here. Whoop. We've zoomed right into the selection. So there we have it. It got kind of froze up a little bit, so I scrolled up and down. Here, watch this. Put my marquee in the data, press Control A to select a range, go back to View, and then I'm going to zoom to selection, and there we have it. Boom. Just like that. So now everything is all nicely fitted right into my window. Okay, now we can go ahead and start applying some formatting to it. Because, would you just say, hey, here it is, I'm done? What do people think when they hear your name? We've got a header row. Well, hey, how do we know that for sure that's a header row just because it's the top row? Well, we can make some assumptions, but what happens when you assume? What about these numbers right here? Is that currency? And if it is currency, is it dollars? Is it Swiss francs? Is it pesos? What is it? Maybe it's distance. Is it kilometers? Is it miles? Is it millimeters, inches, centimeters? What is it? We don't know. So we want to clarify. We want to make it easy on ourselves and everybody else. So let's go ahead. And the first thing we want to do is put our marquee in the data. And I'm going to press Control A to select all the data. All of your formatting options in all of the Microsoft Office applications, PowerPoint, Excel, Word, all of them, your formatting options are in the Home tab. That's why it's important to know the elements of the Excel screen. And right here, we've got the Home tab. Right within the Home tab, you're going to notice the Home ribbon. And in here, you've got your formatting options. You've got your clipboard group, you've got your font group, the alignment group, the numbers group, amongst other groups. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add some borders. I'm going to go ahead and I can double click on a tab to lock it in place. You see right now I'm just clicking and it shows me the ribbon, and I can enable the tool that I want, like the borders, like that. And then the ribbon disappears. Or I can just press, let's see, Control F1. Control F1 opens and hides the ribbon. Control F1, close, Control F1, lock it in place. And now I'm going to go right over here and I'm going to say, you know what? Give me all the borders. Boom. So there's all the borders I just put in there. All right, I like that. And then now I'm going to select my header row. I'm going to press Control Shift arrow to the right to select that range. And I'm going to use the shortcut Control B. Now I want you to notice this. There's the bold tool. The shortcut is Control B. The moment I press Control B, boom, it activates it. So here we go. Select that range of data. Control B. You see how it came on? I'm going to press Control B. Watch the button. I'm going to press Control B. Boom, it's off. On, off, on. You see right there? It's bolding. Off, on. Okay, let's zoom right out of here. We're having too much fun. I got to go back over here to this side. Ooh, slow down. All right, now that we're over here on this side, I've got this bolded. And then now let's go right ahead and say, you know, I want to fill it. I'm going to select that range of data, right click. When in doubt, left click. Nothing happens, right click. Nothing happens, check your options. So here we right click and we see that we got options. So I can go ahead and fill. So we got a lot of our formatting options when we right click that we see on our home tab. I'm going to go ahead and see this fill color. Let's go ahead and give that a purple background. We're rolling with purple today. And look, you see what this is? This is called a live preview. And I think it was Excel 2010. By the way, I'm using Microsoft 365. And I'm part of the Office Insiders program. So if my Excel version looks a little bit different from yours, everything that I'm doing right now, if you've got at least Excel 2007, you can do what I'm doing right now. Live preview. If you're in Excel 2003, sorry. You got to click, see the color, click another color to see it. Here, we're just live previewing. Let's go with the purple. Now we can't see that text very good. I want you to see something. Look down here. Let me right down there at the bottom corner. I'm going to zoom in on it right down here. I want you to see that. See that? Accessibility right there. Accessibility. And what that's telling me is that there's something going on. You know, something's not right. So I can click on it. Boom. And it's saying, hey, you know, your chart object. Yes. I know what this is. We're not going to worry about that right now, but this is what I want to know. Hard to read contrast. And it's highlighting where it's hard to read contrast. And then I can go to cell styles and I can, you know, give it a different style. But I already know what I want to do here. I'm going to give it a different font color. So now when I press the accessibility, I want you to notice something. Did you know there's an accessibility tab? It's a contextual tool tab that only appears based on the context that you're in. We're going to see a lot of contextual tool tabs. There were a couple of contextual tool tabs. So let's go ahead and we fix that. We're going to change the font color to white. Boom. And now when you notice right over here, whoops, we good right there. And we'll go ahead and close this. And keep on rolling. Now let's take a look at these numbers right here. We want to do something with these numbers. These happen to be currency, and they're specifically dollars. So a couple things I can do. We can select the entire range of numbers that are currency, and we can just right click and select accounting number format. And look at all the different options that we have. We can have US dollars, pounds, euro, renminbis, Swiss francs, and then We've even got more counting formats. Check it out. Nice. Format cells. Dialog box. There's so many more features in here. So much to learn. So here we go. We could have done it right in here. We could just right click and say, you know what, let's just give us a counting number format, because that's what that is. And now when you look at the number format up here, just switch to accounting. When you click on that $ right there, that means it's the accounting number format. When I click on the drop down right in here, you can see that we've got currency and accounting. I'll show you the difference in a moment. Now I want to know, why is this happening right there? And why is it happening right here also? Can you tell me in the chat? That's right. That's right. Right on, Tony. Thank you for being here again. Yeah, because the contents of the cells exceed the size of the cells. So what you're going to do is you can resize it. So we can go right to the edge of the column right over here. See that? And you can left click and drag, or you can just double click, click, click. And then what we've done is we've auto fit. But you see how these zeros were added, decimal point and the zeros were added the moment that we pressed the accounting number format. Let me press Ctrl Z to undo this. I don't want those zeros. So before I double click to auto fit, let me just decrease the decimal. I want to get rid of these decimal point. So let's go right up here to the numbers group. I've got my selection taking place. Got itchy nose. And then right here, it decreases the decimal. Remember, when you hover over a tool, you got to wait at least 1.1 seconds. And it'll give you a tooltip. So I'm going to decrease the decimal point. Click, click. There we go. Everything fits just fine. One more thing. The companies. Let's give this a little background right here. Give it a little bit lighter color right there. And then I want to center the header row. So I select that range in the header row. And let's go right back up here to the alignment group. And here we see that they're bottom aligned and all the way to the left. So I'm going to center my selection, center. And then I can align right in the middle. But, I think bottom align. Yeah, let's go with that one. Alignment. Remember where that took place. So these are two tools that are active right now in this selection. All right. So, how about this one? Nah, let's leave that one like that. We're all good. So look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Yes. So now we know that the Home tab has all our formatting options. Now there's one other thing before I move on, show you more formatting. Right over here, there's a whole video. I've got you can make a whole course just on conditional formatting. Right there. Conditional formatting. Now think about that. Conditional formatting. It applies formatting that you choose when a specific condition that you've determined is met. I've got lots of videos. Just go through my YouTube channel and type in, if you're watching this on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're not on YouTube, you're on LinkedIn, whatever other, Facebook, you can go to youtube.com/@Mr. and like and subscribe. That's the best way. Tons of resources. Oh yeah, my LinkedIn page too. But take a look. All right. We're going to keep on rolling. Everything's formatted here. Now let's take a look at conditional formatting. Go to my YouTube channel. All right. youtube.com/@Mr. if you're not already there. And just search for some conditional formatting. So what I can do is I can select this whole range of data right here. And I can just go right up into my conditional format, because let's say I want to highlight all the numbers. I'm going to select all the numbers, actually, all the numbers. And there's a couple things I can do. I can press Ctrl Q and launch my quick analysis tool. Right? Whoa. See it right there. I selected a range of data and I press Ctrl Q, just like this. Control plus the letter Q. And that launched the quick analysis tool. And right here under formatting, I've got all these different types of formatting that I can apply. Pretty cool, yeah? Now watch. We're going to apply. Let me select that range. I'm going to press Control 1. Whoops. Escape. Control F1 to hide the ribbon. Give us a little bit more room. And now I'm going to press Control Q. So I've selected the range of data and I'm going to press Control Q. And that launches my quick analysis tool. And there's a whole nother class that we could do on just the quick analysis tool. But here we see that we got data bars that can be applied, color scales, icon sets, greater than, top 10%, right here. These are all formatting that we can apply, conditional formatting rules. What I'm going to do now is just going to go to the Home tab, go to my Styles group, Home, double click, lock it in place, and there's a conditional formatting. So we got all these different highlight cells rules, greater than, less than, top and bottom rules, data bars, color scales. I've done some pretty cool things with color scales for building websites. We've got icon sets. We can create a new rule. You can manage your rules. Remember, you can do a whole course on just conditional formatting. And I've got tons of videos on conditional formatting. Just search for conditional formatting when you go to youtube.com/@Mr. Aloha. But we're just going to highlight greater than. Let's say everything that's greater than $8,000. And what we're saying, now let's make it everything that's greater than 6,480. And let's give it a green fill with dark green text. And then, of course, you can do a custom format, Why don't we do some purple? Purple. Yeah, we like the purple. Let's do the light purple. I really like purple. I think that changes it to a different color. It's not called purple anymore. All right. And then let's go ahead and press OK. And there we have it. Press OK. All cells, it's going to format all cells that are greater than 6,480 with a purple background. And we could do more. We can make it have it be purple background or lavender background with white text. However, we press OK. And there we have it. Just like that. But, more than likely, maybe you might want to make them green. It just depends on what the colors mean to you. You might even have a legend right here explaining what those colors mean. Everything highlighted in that lavender is greater than $6,480. So there you have conditional formatting. Another type of formatting that we could spend hours on. Let's keep on rolling. Here we've got our customers. And you've probably seen a spreadsheet like this before. It's got a big mess in it. It's got these used to be called comments. Now they're called notes in Microsoft 365 on. You can hover over them. And wherever you see these little triangles, that means we got our note in there, formerly known as comments. And then when you look closely, look at this. We got bolded text right there. We've got italicized text. We've got these different colors right in here. Background colors. We got different fonts. Look right here. We got currency symbol. See right here? This is the currency format right there. When the dollar sign is right next to the number, that's the currency method. Right here is the accounting method. The currency symbol is going to always be lined up all the way to the left. That's the difference between currency and accounting. So in the accounting number format, the currency symbol is all the way lined up perfectly straight to the left. When you use the currency method, the currency symbol stays right next to whatever the digit is. So we got euros, we've got dollars, we got a lot of different mess here. So we're gonna, well, I guess we just gotta clean all this up. So what I can do is I can just press Ctrl A to select that entire range. And let's just go to the Home tab. And in the Home tab, we've got the editing group. Right within the editing group, we can click on clear and we can just say, hey, you know, clear all the comments and notes. Boom. And that got rid of all the comments and notes. So that's gone right there. Let me auto fit right here. Okay, I got that. Look, I got currency in there. All right. So let's go right ahead and select this range. And I can go back to clear. And I'm going to say clear all the formats. Just like that. Let me slide on over here. Whoa. Ooh, it really slides way over there, right? Is it? Oh, it's still tracking me. Stop. And let's go back to this view right here. There we go. Talk a lot with my hands and my camera thinks I'm sending it signals. See when you do this? It thinks I want to zoom in or zoom out. Zoom in. Anyways, this class is not about how to control your camera. Let's go. Oh, whoa. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to select that range of data. I go to clear and I'm going to clear all the formats. Got rid of all the formats right there. All right, cool. So now let's say that I want to select this range because I want to pick a specific font. So I'll go back and I'm going to say that I'm going to go with, stick to Calibri. Like that. We're going to go with Calibri. All right, we like that. Nice. And then we've got the zip codes. So I'm going to select this column with zip codes. Let's see if I can do it just like this. And we've got special formats. We go to our numbers group and click on this drop down and there's zip codes. Ta-da. Whoops, I picked the date and look, it made it dates. So we're going to say zip codes. Ta-da. Zip code. Hey, what happened to my zip code? It's because of the way I'm grabbing it. Let me go right here. Just select. It was included in the text. Now I'm just grabbing that. Just the numbers. Let's go right back over here. And let's take a look. We don't got a zip code in here. So we got to go to more number formats. See right there? More number formats. Click. And then we're going to go to special. And then the special is where we got our zip code. You know, let's try this again. I'm going to just select the whole column. Because maybe the text doesn't have anything to do with it. I'm just going to select the whole column because look, I'm actually going to keep adding. We're going to keep adding data. So select the column and then I'm going to go to the format cells dialog box. See what's the shortcut. Control 2. No. Escape. Control F2. No. If you know the shortcut to open up the format cells dialog box, let me know. I forgot it. So here we have the format cells dialog box. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to special because these are zip codes. So we're going to go to special and we're going to say we want the zip code or the zip code +4. In this case, we're just going to go with the zip code. You can even pick a locale because maybe it's different where you're at. So you want to match that format. And then press OK. And there we have it. And we've got the angels. So the text didn't really matter. I was wrong. But now this whole column, all 1,048,576 rows, are set up to display zip code, the zip code format. Now for the ID, in this case, we want this to be social security numbers in the US style, which is 3 digits dash 2 digits dash 4 digits. So once again, we'll go back into general, more number formats. That's in a numbers formatting group right here. We could also have clicked on the dialog box launcher. So I'll press dialog box launcher. And then right in here, we're going to go back to special again. Special. And there we have one for social security numbers. We'll press OK. There's our social security numbers. And let's go ahead and adjust the alignment. There we go. Nice. Proper formatting. Revenue generated. Okay, cool. So this one right here is currency, and it's US dollars. So we're going to go right ahead and select the entire column. And we go right over here to the numbers group. We can click on the drop down for the accounting number format. And we see all these accounting number formats and more number formats, more accounting number formats. There's a currency and there's accounting. Click on this drop down. There's currency and there's accounting. So this text that you see, now we know why it's picking up revenue generated, right? It's because it's seeing this text. If I'd only selected numbers, like I have right there, select the numbers. Then when I go look, it's showing numbers. See that? Now we know. Now we know. So let's go right ahead. Let me slide on right over here. Whoa. Select that column and let's give it the accounting number format. And remember, I don't want all of these zeros there. So we're going to go right back over here and we're going to decrease the decimal point. So I'll go right here and decrease, click, click, and now check it out. This is the accounting number format. It lines up your currency symbol exactly perfectly to the left. Now, if I was to go ahead and say, you know what, make this a currency symbol. Now notice it lines up right next to the number. So watch, if I made this number be 435, 4,350,000, and then this one 350,000 or 35,000, this one 3,500, and this one 350. You see the dollar sign? It stays right next to the number. That means it's the currency number format. And this one right here is accounting. So let's keep on rolling. We got our states. We got everything good to go. So we could just leave this one just like this if we wanted. Or we could apply more formatting, whatever you like. But we're going to roll on. We're going to roll on because we want to make this one right here. We want to apply formatting to the chart. We want to apply formatting to the data. We want to convert the data to a table. We're going to add Sparklines. Let's go over this. The data range, converted it to a table. We've included Sparklines. We formatted the Sparklines. We inserted a simple clustered column chart. We formatted the bars. We inserted a slicer, and we formatted the slicer. Everything's formatted exactly like we want to. And the slicer controls the table that controls the chart. So let's roll on over here. There we have it. And remember, those of you that are members of the 7 Steps to Excel Success VIP membership, go ahead and come on, sign on up. Sign up. Whoa. You get 3 days for free right here. 3 free days. Check it all out. Watch my courses. Take some quizzes. Get yourself all excited. And then for $7 a month, you got access to me, because we can schedule one-on-ones, have some time, chat with each other. I've got lots of courses, lots of like live class. I teach 7 steps to Excel success class in full detail, all 7 steps. We spent 5 days learning it right here. And this is a live class. This is the 7 steps pre-recorded version of the course, or that's the actual course. This is the live version of the course. This is the pre-recorded version of the course. This is my #1 course on Udemy right here. It's my top seller. I think I'm up to 40,000 students in that course alone. Excel shortcuts, tips, and tricks. The filter on steroids, pivot tables. And a lot of my workshops are available for you right in here, because I do have a lot of workshops. On-demand videos, testimonials. People are saying, there's so much stuff that you get. Even an app. You got an app. Can't break away from Excel. The community. You can access the community right within the app. You got questions? Just go to the community. Once you're all signed in, you're going to have access to the community tab. 7 steps to Excel success VIP membership. And right here is the source data. And we're going to turn this into this. And it's going to be easy once you know what you're doing. So let's get started. The very first thing that we do, 7 steps to Excel success members. What's the first thing that we got to ensure when we're working with our data? What is this called? It's called the marquee, and it should always be where? In the data. That's right. So I'm going to put the marquee in the data. I preferably like to press Control Home, and I like to be in cell A1, which is what I call the Home tab. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this range into a table. Because let's say that you wanted to apply what I hear people call them zebra stripes. You know, where you have one row, one color, and then this is another color, and this one another color, and this one another color, and this one another color. And then you say, boom, there it is. I did it. Zebra stripes. What if that was like 5,000 rows? You're going to quit your job. You're going to say zebra stripes not that cool. So I'm going to undo. Whoops. Control Y, redo. Control Y, redo again. Let's get over here. And let's take those out. There's a better way. Convert your data to a table. Besides, you want your data ranges converted into tables. Convert your list to tables because you want to move on. Let's say you send your data to somebody. Stop. Let's say that you send your data to somebody. And I lost my train of thought. Anyways, let's say you send your data, your spreadsheet, to somebody that is going to clean it up, is going to analyze it. They're getting a lot of data from different spreadsheets. They're going to put it into Power Query or Power BI. They're going to want to turn your data into a table because Power BI and Power Query, they don't work with data that's not in the table form. So might as well make it into table form. And then you can go ahead and do things like add those zebra stripes, no problem. Watch. The marquee is in the data, and I'm going to press Control T. Control plus the letter T. Hang in there. This is the last thing we're doing. Control T. Marquees in the data. And we're going to press. Now Excel is asking me, you want to create a table? And we're saying, yeah, we do. And it's saying, my table has headers. That's how important headers are. You have to have headers. If you don't have headers, Excel's going to put headers in there. Maybe that's not what you wanted. My table has headers because we know what we're doing here. And there we have it. Look at that. Zebra lines. Woohoo! Yes. And look, we got a live preview of all these different formats that you can apply. What if you just wanted to apply zebra lines? Well, you can say, hey, I wanted to apply this right there. That's all I needed. No, that one. No, this one. Okay, that one then. Boom, you apply it. And then you're saying to yourself, I don't need all these other features that you get with a table. I just needed the zebra stripes done really quickly. So you apply them really quickly, and then you can convert it back to a range. And Excel is going to say, hey, are you sure you want to convert that table to a normal range? And then you're going to say, yeah. Boom. And there you have it. Just like that, you applied all of your zebra lines, also known as banded rows. But let's go ahead and clear all this formatting right here, because we're going to go step by step. Clear the formats. Now, put the marquee in the data. And what's the shortcut to launch a table? You got it. Control T. There it is. Our data does have headers. We press OK. And now it's all set up nicely. We got to finish a couple things here, clean it up a little. We like purple. We're going with purple because we want to be purple like this. So we look through here and there's no purple, but we had to create a custom purple. Right? So whenever you don't see the right table style, you can just go right ahead and just right there, say new table style, and then begin to build your table style right in there. Like I said, it takes a little bit of time in the beginning, your initial investment of time into setting up all your formatting. And then that investment is going to provide a good return. See, now I like my purple. Boom, there we have it. Now we're going to take this header row right here, and I'm going to right click. I want to center that right there. Alrighty, cool. And I'll make that a little bit bigger. There we go, 16, center. All right, I like to have me a nice thick border around it. So I'm gonna right click, give it a thick border, thick outside border. And what we got right here, this is currency. So yeah, I don't even have to leave the table design tab. That's the tab that I'm in right now, table design, contextual tool tab. Watch, I'm gonna click outside the table. This is the table. I'm gonna click outside the table and the contextual tool tab is gonna disappear. Click outside the table, contextual tool tab is gone. That's why it's called a contextual tool tab. Just like the accessibility tab we saw earlier. So many tools in Excel that you can't have them all showing. Otherwise, you don't have no room to work. It's nothing but features. Let's get back in here. Go back to our table design, and then we're gonna say, this one, I gotta just select the data right there. And I'm gonna right click, and let's give it that currency format, and let's take out the decimal point. There we have it. Cool, I like that. Let me move this in a little bit right here. Move this in just a little bit right there. Looking good. Now we go to insert our chart. Let me go ahead and put some sparklines right down in here. Now, what are sparklines? Sparklines are miniature charts that sit inside of a cell. I can put a sparkline right here. Let me just put the marquee in the data and press. Do you remember what the shortcut is to launch the quick analysis tool? Remember the quick analysis tool? We just did it. That's why I always say you got to really pay attention when I'm teaching. Control Q. Because I teach a lot. Control Q launches a quick analysis tool. The marquee's got to be in the data though. And then we press Control Q. There's our quick analysis tool. Check it out. And now look at the different features that we have. We have charts, totals, tables, sparklines, line, column, and win loss. You can just hover over which style you want, and there you have it. You can have them there. Maybe you don't want them there. Maybe you want them someplace else. But that's the Control Q. I'm going to go right here. I want my sparklines to go right down here. So I'm going to just select these two ranges of data. And I'm going to go to, let's see if in the table design, sometimes no, we've got slicers. I'm going to insert sparklines. So I go to insert and I'm going to say sparklines. We've got a sparkline group. So you got insert, charts group, tours, sparklines. And I'm going to insert a line. Boom. Whoops, it didn't. Let's just go right here. Line. That's where I want my sparklines to appear. Begin with the end in mind. That's how it works in Excel. Habit number 2 of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Habit number 1, be proactive. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. So I'm selecting the cells where I want the sparklines to go. I go to my insert tab because I want to insert sparklines, and I look for the sparklines group. I'm going to choose the line. Boom. And now the Create Sparklines dialog box appears. And it knows where I want to place the Sparklines because we started there. Now it just wants to choose the data. So we're going to say, here's the data right there. And then we press OK. There's your Sparklines. You could have put a Sparkline right there too. Just wherever you put your marquee, it's going to say, hey, you can put the Sparkline there. What's the data range? I'm going to say those two right there are the data range. Boom. Just like that. But we're working down here. This is about formatting. What other formatting can we do? Well, let's check it out. We've got a contextual tool tab. Now that we've clicked on the Sparklines, there's our Sparkline contextual tool tab. Click on it. Now look at all these different options. We can edit the data. We can change it to a column. We can change it to win loss. Maybe column or line would be good here. We can say, hey, what's the high point? There you go. Ooh, yeah. What's the low point? Oh, that's the low point. It's the same. It's a little bit different on both. And do we have any negative points? How about what's the first point? That's the first point. That's the last point. You know, and then these colors, right? It's looking like the high point and the low point both are red. Yeah, we want it to be different. We want to say we want the Sparkline color. We want it to be purple. There they are, purple. And then the marker color, the high point, we want it to be like a really burgundy, or what do we call that? What do you call it, burgundy? Lavender. And then the low point we can just leave red. And there you have it. So you can apply formatting however you want. Watch right here, this 5,000, this low point. Let's make it 50,000. So there's going to be a different low point. Where's that one coming from? Huh. Let me remove these. I'm going to go to clear. Oh. Clear all. Let me just insert a Sparkline just right here, just for this. Make it a column. This range. It shouldn't have mattered that I selected both columns. And then insert. There we go. Looks almost the same, huh? There we have it. And then we can format again. These are very similar, but different. All right. That's why formatting is so important. We've highlighted it. We go to Sparkline once again. Sparkline color. We go back to our purple. Marker color, the high point, we're going to make it this lavender right there. And the low point is going to stay, low point, it's going to stay red. There you have it. Formatting. Maybe if I make this a little bit bigger, we can see it better. No, we can't, but there it is. Hey, what's the next thing we're going to put in? We need to insert a chart. So I put my marquee in the data. I'm going to use this shortcut right in here. Control, whoops. No, I'm going to press Alt plus F1. And Alt F1 is going to do what? It's going to insert my default chart into the same worksheet. But my marquee is going to be in the data. So I press Alt F1. There it is right there, but that ain't purple. That's not purple. We want it to be purple. We want it to match the whole theme that we're doing. So let's say the chart title. I'm going to double click on the chart title. There's a couple places where I can change formatting of my title. Did you ever think about formatting in this way, that we can apply formatting to Sparklines, apply formatting to charts? I mean, there's all kinds of formatting going on. We can go ahead and double click and change the chart title right there. Or we can click on Format in our Contextual Tool tab, and we can change our title there. So right here in Format, You see that? Oh, I can't. That was a fail. Tables, you can. You're going to see what I'm talking about in a moment. See, I click on the table. I go to my table design. And in there, I can give my table a name. See, that proves it right there. Nobody knows everything there is to know about Excel. And you're always remembering and you're always forgetting things because there's so much and it's okay. So the chart's title, we're actually going to have to go in here and you're just going to say sales by city. Just like that. All right. Now we're going to go through and we're going to go right ahead and let me escape out of here. Go right back over here. Escape. There we go. Close that out. Okay, I got a little jam up going on over here. Something is capturing me. Escape. Oh, it's my camera. My new fancy camera makes it so that there's a hotkey that I used and it's doing a screen recording. The camera is being used by another application. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. This is driving me crazy. Control. Let's go to taskbar. All right, we'll just finish up right here like this. And then I'll figure it out later. So sales by city. Now I want to go ahead and change the design of my chart. There's all these different places where you can change the design. There's the different colors that you can do and the like, switch row and columns. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right into it. You see, we've got this format. We can click on that brush and we can change the format. We can change the colors. But I'm not going to find the right color that I want on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click where I want to change the color. And I'm going to say, you know, I'm going to make that one purple. And then click on that bar right there. And then I'm going to right click. Remember, when in doubt, left click. Nothing happens. Right click. Nothing happens. Check your options. And on that one, I'm going to fill it with this lavender color right there. Boom. There we have it. That's looking good. All right. So now, let's get right back over here. All right. Screen recording. How do I turn off that screen recording? Y'all see that little yellow? That's a screen recording happening right now, and I don't know how to turn it off. Got some new tools. Last thing we're going to do, and then we're done. We're going to add that sparkline. Okay? Add that sparkline. Not sparkline. Slicer. So there's two places we can add our slicer. We can add our slicer to the table, or we can add our slicer to the chart. So I click on the chart, I go to chart design, and I don't have a slicer. So I got to click on the table and then go to table design. You see, that screen recording is really messing me up. And it's got nothing to do with Excel. Don't get mad. Get skills, Billy. That's right. Yeah, don't get mad. Woo! Get yourself some skills. All right. So now let's go right to insert. Click on the table. You can go to table design or you can go to insert, either place, and you can insert your slicer like we have right there. So let's go right ahead, insert the slicer, and I'm going to insert the slicer by name. And I'm going to press OK. So here's my slicer. I'm going to slide it right over here. I'm going to make it a little wider. And now I'm going to format my slicer. See, when I click on my slicer, watch right up here. You're going to see a slicer contextual tool tab appear. Click, and there's my slicer contextual tool tab. And then right here is my custom style that I made earlier. Click, just like that. Looks nice. I like that. All right. And then we can just make this a little bit bigger right there, however you like, just like that. And then I'm going to customize that to, I'm going to change the name. Right here where it says name, I'm going to change that to sales by city. So here in the slicer, I can go to the slicer caption, two places, right here in the slicer caption or in the slicer settings. Slicer settings, I can change it, the name of the slicer. I can also change the name of the caption. So I can just say sales by city, just like that. And I press OK. Now watch, the name is going to change. The name of the slicer right up above me. The name of the slicer is going to change. So I'm going to press OK. Let me hide me. So you see that? The sales by city. So the city of Aloha, that's the sales. The city of Hanakapiai, that's the sales. You know, right now my computer is, that screen recording that's happening. I don't know if y'all can see that yellow border. I don't know how to turn that off. That's a screen. Let's go to taskbar settings. Whoops. How about the task? I meant to say task manager. Task manager. Something is, I don't know what is doing my screen recording. But anyways, there you have it right there. We did it. You have set up a table with a chart controlled by a slicer, and you formatted your Sparklines. That's it, my friends. I wish I really would know how to stop that recording, because it's using up a lot of my resources right here. It's messing this up for me. But my friends, you've learned about formatting. You've learned about these great features that we have inside of Excel. Now I'm really jammed up. I hope you can hear me right now, what I'm trying to tell you. Let me get back here to only me. I hope the stream is still working. I'm going to look right over here, and it's looking like I am still streaming. I hope it's not stuttering. My friends, I'm encouraging you. Go to don'tgetmadgetskills.com or myexcel.club and sign up. You're going to get 3 days for free. Remember that. 3 free days. You got them right there in the 7 steps to Excel success. VIP membership is available to you. Check it out. 3 free days, and then it's just $7 a month. And remember, most of all, my friends, I love you, and I want you to keep on learning. And most of all, don't get mad. Get yourself some skills. Aloha. See you tomorrow.